Welcome back to another video of Path to Cyber. Today I'll be talking about cybersecurity frameworks made simple, same or different. Companies love to say we're ISO certified or we are PCI compliant or we even are HIPAA aligned. But for most people, it all sounds like alphabet soup. Are they the same thing? Do they overlap or are they completely different? Think of it like schools. You're passing math doesn't mean you're also passing English, but you're still learning at the same time. They overlap in some areas, but they each test you differently on something. So let's break it down. Personally identifiable information is more about general information, while protected health information is more specific, as well as payment card information. These are all information, but they all align with different types of frameworks. And let's break it down a little further. NIST CSF. NIST stands for National Institute of Standard and Technology. CSF just means Cybersecurity Framework. Think of NIST CSF as the playbook coaches use to win games. It doesn't tell you every single move, but it lays out a strategy. It identifies your risks, protects your assets, detects threats, responds to incidents, and even recovers. And even with the new NIST Cybersecurity Framework 2.0, there's a governance section where you're thinking about the roles and responsibilities at a high level overview, as well as oversight, like I said, with policies and processes. And for example, a local bank might use NIST CSF as a guiding philosophy, making sure security isn't just IT's job, but it's built within the whole organization. Now, if the cybersecurity framework is the playbook, NIST 800-53 is the massive parts list. The full name is Security and Privacy Controls for Federal Information Systems and Organizations. It's like an instruction manual for building a house, down to every screw and nail. Federal agencies and their contractors must follow hundreds of specific controls. Imagine being a government contractor building a secure data center. You don't need the playbook, you just need to know what type of locks, every log, or every alert that needs to be added or checked off the list. While this 800-171 is a slimmed down version cousin of 800-53, it's created for contractors who are handling government data, but they don't need the full catalog. It's more tailored towards controlled, unclassified information. Think of it like the student version of a textbook. It's still strict, still structured, but it cuts down a lot of the noise. For example, a small engineering firm working on a government project would use 171 to show that they're protecting that sensitive blueprint without drowning in the 400 plus pages that are contributed in 800-53. ISO stands for International Organization for Standardization, and it's all about building an information security management system. This is like your global passport for security. It's You're doing business across borders, and clients want to see that passport stamp. Versus NIST is more of US based versus ISO is recognized all around the world. Picture a tech company in Houston wanting to work with a bank in Europe. The bank will ask, are you ISO certified? If yes, doors open because ISO is recognized worldwide. HIPAA stands for Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act. It's a US law designed to protect health information, or PHI. Think of it as the doctor's oath. It's turned into law. Doctors swear to protect your privacy, and HIPAA enforces it with real consequences. For example, if you go to a hospital, HIPAA is the reason why your medical records can't just be emailed around or posted online. It ensures your health data stays private. PCI stands for Payment Card Industry, and DSS means Data Security Standard. Together, they are PCI-DSS. This is the security guard for your credit card data. If a company processes or stores card information, PCI makes sure that the systems are locked down. Think about the last time you swiped your card at a store. If you didn't stop to ask the payment network was secure, that's because PCI is why you can assume that it is. Where they overlap. Now here's where it gets interesting. Even though they look different, these frameworks overlap heavily. Almost all of them require the same 5 things, from control who has access to it, encrypt sensitive data, keep logs of what's happening, have a plan to respond when things are going wrong, and managing risk proactively. It's like different teachers giving different tests, but they all ask about the same 5 chapters. Why passing one doesn't mean passing all. So if they overlap, why can you pass one but fail another? It comes down to 3 things. Scope. HIPAA only covers health data, PCI only covers cardholder data, and ISO covers all informational assets. There's strictness to it as well. NIST cybersecurity framework gives you flexibility, while PCI is black and white. And there's also proof to this. ISO requires a certification, PCI requires audits, and NIST CSF can be voluntary. It's like sports. You can be a great swimmer, but that doesn't also mean you're a great runner. The fundamentals overlap, but the rules are always different across these frameworks. So here's a hospital example that I want to give you guys as a real world story. Imagine a hospital, they encrypt every patient record, so they're already HIPAA compliance achieved. They follow NIST cybersecurity frameworks to guide their risk management. That's another framework achieved. But when PCI auditors show up, the hospital fails. Why do you think that is? Well, because their payment systems aren't segmented from the rest of the network. Same good cybersecurity habits, but PCI scope is laser focused on the cardholder data side. And that's the catch. Passing one doesn't guarantee you're passing all of them. And at the end of the day, every framework has the same mission. It's to protect data and build trust. But compliance isn't a one size fits all. It depends on your industry, your data, and how you prove you're securing that. If you'd like me to dive deeper, like mapping controls between NIST and ISO, walking through a PCI audit work, let me know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more cybersecurity breakdowns, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you.